Author story time. My fiction novels got me interviewed by Facebook for a spotlight on my innovative work in the field of social media marketing. But how? Let me take you back to the beginning of my author career, back when I was a debut in 2017. I had my debut novel out. I had a couple of other novels out because I've released very quickly, and I was looking for innovative ways to market my books. Now, because I'm a techie girl, because I like to be innovative and creative with this, I actually went to Facebook and I used chatbots to create an interactive choose your own adventure game. Now, chatbots are not the ones that like spam people. They are the ones where you go to somebody's Facebook page and you click the Let's Get Started button, and then they offer you some suggestions for downloading a link for a freebie or a link to a YouTube page or answering frequently asked questions. And you could kind of get information without having to have that person directly speak to you. And then it would go and summon the person in charge if there was a question not covered by the little bubbles that you could click on. So I took that technology and I innovated on it. I changed it to be an interactive choose your own adventure game. So one of the early ones that I created was for my Jada duology. You were running a mission for Mr. Arrow and he was giving you tasks to do. So you went and placed something here and you took something there and you did some things. And based on your choices, you got toward the end of the game and you completed these tasks. But then when you went back to read the novel, you could see those objects, those things that you did in the story. Turns out you were actually a character in the book and you had no idea until you played the game and read the book again. Now, I did this for many of my books, my Golden Trilogy, my Legends Chronicles, some of the other things that I did, and I created interactive quizzes and all sorts of bookish things. But one day I was having a glitch inside the system. It was not working the way it was supposed to be working. And so I went into the company's Facebook group and said, hey, listen, I'm having issues. Can someone help me here? And the owner, the creator, the guy who made the technology said, I got you. He popped into the system and he looked at what I was creating and verified that I was the first one to be using this in this innovative way to create interactive choose your own adventures games and quizzes. And he was really impressed. So we chatted about it for a few minutes. And then a few days later, he popped into my DMs and he said, hey, listen, Facebook wants to meet you. They're really impressed with how you innovated with this and created those interactive choose your own adventure games and quizzes. They want to interview you. And I said, absolutely. And so he put me in touch with Facebook. And I jumped into a conversation with them. We jumped on their program for speaking back and forth, and we had a really nice conversation about what I was doing and how I was doing and why I was doing it. And they did a spotlight on me and a couple of other people innovating in this space. Then I went on to teach that. I taught other authors how to do this so they could create their own interactive choose your own adventure games and quizzes and do really cool things inside of their author life as well. I also taught entrepreneurs how to do this. And I, again, was the very first one to do this, but because I took something that people were using for the intended way and I twisted it up, I was then spotlighted by Facebook, which at the time, and I mean technically still, is the biggest entity out there when it comes to social media. I was the first one to do this and they noticed me for it. So when you have innovation inside of your author life, you're going to get noticed. And that is being innovative in how you're creating your TikToks. It's being innovative in how you're putting content into your books. It's being innovative in how you market. It's being innovative by taking what other people are doing and putting those spins on it. Back when TikTok first started, I was one of the very first authors on TikTok. I saw people were doing some parody stuff in other spaces, and I was the first one to do it in the book talk space. I had my reader convos and my author convos, and there are now so many people doing spin-offs of those in that space. When you see things and you can put your own spin on it, you are the one who's going to rise up in stature and in power and in awareness. I 7x my book sales on TikTok because I was innovative. And then I taught other people how to do it and they did it too. Taking things that you know how to use and how other authors are using them and twisting it, putting some kind of unique spin on it, is going to work to your benefit. So looking for ways to innovate is incredibly helpful, especially when it comes to the publishing side of things, especially when it comes to the marketing side of things. So do your best to write down ways and ideas and things that you could be paying attention to learn how to innovate. Start small, grow big. The more you innovate, the better it's going to do inside of your business. And it's likely to get you some pretty good press as well. Drop your questions on this down below. I would love to talk more about my appearances and how I've learned to do these things and how I innovate and some of the innovations I'm doing now. So get those questions down below. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes as we continue to help you navigate the world of publishing, from your writing to your publishing to your marketing, to make this your most profitable year ever with the least amount of stress and overwhelm and time commitment on the content you're creating. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.